Hello, and welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. You are gathered with us today for the Cookout podcast. We are going to discuss our,
Storyline for Grateful got dropped.
and I'm going to go ahead and say that the list that I made was of this year. And I saw the message, and I was like, I ain't changing my list. I already made it.
So to be fair, I went back and added some historical ones because I did realize a lot of mine were like last year and this year. But the storylines last year and this year have been shit. So
I was also in the impression of it was this year, but I have some honorable mentions of the previous year. So we'll wing it. We'll do both. How are you guys?
Tired?
Yeah.
I woke up from a nap like an hour or two ago, and I want to go back to sleep.
Like you can't call it nap when it's this late. It's like, nah, I'm asleep.
I bought myself a case of beer. I am ready to see what the hell went down with the Bow Wow tomorrow.
It's gonna be on Dynamite. Why is that gonna be on Dynamite? No,
it's gonna be on Dynamite. That's what I saw.
God. Is he gonna be there, or is this gonna be just like?
No, it's gonna be the video from when they confronted him. You haven't seen that video?
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. I can wait till tomorrow. I'm good.
I'll wait till tomorrow. Who is they?
It's her and the baddies. When I tell you, I laughed so hard, so hard. Oh,
no. I'm not sure. Like he's on the west side. It is cold, cold weather down south, where it's like sunny one moment and then real cold the next. So if you get caught, it's over. You're gonna get the sniffles.
It's the movie weather. It ain't cold weather. That's the movie weather.
Yeah. It warmed up like 20 degrees here, so I'm not that unhappy. It's like 40.
Tomorrow's gonna be like 60, but the issue is like RSV is really bad right about now.
40 degrees doesn't seem that bad when you had 20 for a week.
Oh God.
Okay. We'll set. I'm from Florida, so 60 and under is boot weather. So
I'm just waiting for that next heat wave to come in.
Anything under 70 is cool.
Right?
Yeah, I have to watch Dark Elevation this week. I just have not been. I thought today was Monday.
Today was Wednesday. It's just time to get sleep. That's what this.
It's fucking AEW every time. Every time we have a show afterwards, my clock is off.
Right.
10-hour shows. All right. Do y'all want to do our top 5 first and then Survivor Series, or what do y'all want to do?
Top 5 first. I vote with it.
So number 5.
Oh goodness.
Okay, we're doing it. Okay, we're doing it.
All right.
First names are back.
Oh, yes. So when people used to be up to the main roster, evidently their names, 2 names is not a star name. You just need 1 name. So instead of Tommaso Ciampa, it's just Ciampa, which was just dumb. So I agree. Yes, I'm very grateful that stuff has dropped. What are the thoughts?
It had to be on the list, am I right?
I just will put it higher. Like as a little kid, like I would see somebody like go from one company to the next, like Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, and I would be so confused. And
Right.
like watching wrestling and getting older and like being in the kitchen and cooking and wrestling's on and hearing like Connor and Victor, and I'm like, who
Speaking
is
of Scott
that?
Hall,
Yeah, like that. Like you hear Connor and Victor, but you like, who is that? And then you're like, oh, in NXT they had complete names. They were complete people.
Or like when they came back in 2002, and like I was not into wrestling when he was Cool Daddy Diesel. So when they go back to WWE, like who is that? I just know Big Sexy. I don't understand. What did y'all call him Big Diesel for? This is weird. No, yeah.
It like I would rank it higher, but yeah, it definitely goes on the list.
I wouldn't rank it higher only because Gunther is still Gunther and Butch is still Butch. So like it hadn't completely dropped yet because they still have those names, but it dropped enough to be on the list. Yes.
it happened for like 3 people.
F 3 people. Three's a no.
We got Matt Riddle back, and
Right.
that's a little bit better than Riddle because every time I hear Riddle,
And the third one is Austin Theory, which.
Speaking of that, I'll give you my number 5. Austin Theory dropping that damn Money in the Bank briefcase. I am so happy.
That's my 5. That's my 5.
I am so happy.
Like, honestly, I was very shocked at the reaction when they did when he did it on Monday, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, you buried him!" I'm sorry. Same energy, people. Weren't we all on accord when he won the doggone thing on Money in the Bank, and we all shut down and we all turned off the stream because it was that dumb? So what happened between then and now? Because no offense, nothing has happened. Nothing has happened where it was like, I think he deserves this push. No, nothing has happened. You can't say that.
Something happened, but it wasn't to his benefit.
Yeah.
That was your number 5 too?
That was my number 5 too, so we need to go to number 4.
Hold on. ALW sent his in. His number 5 is Jason Jordan as Kurt Angle's son. I maintain that it should have been both of American Alpha, one with Charmel, one with another lady. Both of them look like they could have been Kurt Angle's sons. I maintain it should have been both. It should have been twins. That should have been the big secret that Corey Graves had to like
uncover.
Let out.
Yeah.
Like, you thought you had one secret child, but really you had 2, and they were a tag team and they never put it together.
No, I concur because the whole people like it shouldn't have been Jason. Jason had enough for it could have been. So let it be both. I totally concur. Do a whole nother what was his team with him and
Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas?
What do you call the gold standard?
No, that was Shelton Benjamin. It was
dang it.
It was something Team Angle.
Well, like let this be the new version of Team Angle with his little
I would have enjoyed that. Yes, that would have been a much better storyline. Someone should have recommended that to Vince.
Right?
You can't tell me they don't look like they could have actually been his children.
Just a little bit.
Both of them.
Square both face and all.
Yeah. I get it.
I still have questions. Because Kurt Angle did have that whole, stalking charge. And it was against the black one. Anywho,
so, number 4?
Moving on.
Almost a superhero.
Oh, thank God.
Remember, all mine are from this year.
Like, no. The thing about that one was it hurt because it could have worked. If they would have just sat down and thought it out, it could have worked. Like, let her be almost a superhero before she actually won the belt. Like, let her actually work that angle for 3 months.
Like they did the end of the story at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the story, like okay, 2 months, I'm a superhero. The next month, let her win Money in the Bank, and then let her and I don't know what is with them about them cashing in abruptly. Let her keep that suitcase for a minute.
You
And let her be almost a superhero for a minute with the briefcase.
The briefcase winners from this year and last year should be switched. Liv Morgan should have won last year, and Nikki win this year. That would have worked out way better for him.
Liv won this year?
Last year.
Nikki won last year.
Everybody was rooting for her to win. It was a big to-do. You didn't see that all? Like, that was when she was at her most popular, in my opinion.
Look, I think Liv is very bland and annoying, and I'll be quite honest with you. I'm never quite remembering if it's this year or last year. Just
2001 is just a residue of 2020. It really, 2021 is just a residue of 2020. It really is. Like, we almost made it out, but we shouldn't have, because it was still out here, that Rona, but we couldn't be in the house no more. So we just dealt with it.
I don't remember which year it was.
People just wore masks to the show.
Right.
It's
That basically sums it up, yeah.
But there was ways that they could have saved the almost a superhero storyline.
Right.
But that would have required them actually caring about their storylines. So
yeah. What's your number 3? Or was it 4? Number 4.
Come back to me. I'm choosing between 2.
So
it's just so damn many.
Right? I have a number 1, so I'm making the number 5 through.
Oh boy!
While I go along, but they are coming very quickly, so thank God. So my number 4, Alexa Bliss as the residue of Bray the Fiend Wyatt. Sis never had a chance. And how they did it was just wrong, man. Like, I'm not gonna say she didn't do her thing, but just the whole premise of we don't need Bray, who invented and created this whole thing. Let's just put all of that on Alexa. Like, that was just yay. But it's like, come on, you're not giving this girl a chance or no hope. If they would have had the green light to Bray and he would still been on there, maybe it could have worked, but you fired him. Let's be honest, you fired him, and you honestly think people were still gonna root for the person after you fired the creator of the whole gimmick? Ugh, so dumb.
Well, kind of going along with that, and there was no saving that out. It required more talent than what was had. My number 4 is going to be the Wyatt family. In particularly Braun Strowman and Orton.
It's like, yeah, they really didn't need him in there. Like that really was straight up to pump him up as a main star, and they didn't need him in the family.
And he just drug it down so bad. It was so bad.
How did it even end? I felt like did he even turn on anybody, or did they just dispersed?
I think he turned after
Ron.
I think he turned and he turned face. And then it was just Bray.
I think he got drafted to the other brand.
But I feel like he turned. I feel like they had a match against each other.
They had a moment, but I'm not sure if the moment happened.
I think the moment happened like a year later.
ALW says 832 subs. Let's go. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe. Come talk to us, either if you're on the replay or actually in the chat. Those two don't bite. I'm nice unless you my boy Blue. So there was parts of the Wyatt family that worked when it was the OG3, and then
the OG3.
When you have
yeah. I don't buy it. I only spit venom.
I'm not taking that. But after Daniel Bryan, that's when it kind of got off the rails.
Like that could have kind of worked too. I feel like they it ended abruptly. Like he was just there to work the system for like what, a month? What even like less than a month? It was like maybe 3 weeks, and then it was like, I was fooling you the whole time. What's up, baby?
It's good, y'all. I had to bring me and my hairline on to talk shit to CM.
Talking
You
shit.
Mine's still there. I look better than Samoa Joe.
We not gonna do this today.
If this gets clipped and it gets leaked out, Samoa Joe, the three of us had nothing to do with it. It was all him.
Man, I love Joe. I just be talking shit. I talk shit about all my favorites. Like,
well, what's your fourth and fifth thing of storylines that you're happy got Ghost?
oh, my number one storyline that I'm glad is gone is goddamn Bearcat Keith Lee.
Wow.
Now we was number 3.
Keith Lee is my guy. Cleveland Jr. is my guy.
They really did him dirty. About that. Man, those were dark times. That was a dark time, man.
When they had Karrion Kross looking like a gimp, the gimp from Pulp Fiction, that's my number 2.
Like, you're doing it in reverse, but I love it. Okay.
Yeah, we'll continue on with that. So, is it my number 3 now? Is that what we're on?
We're on number 3. We're going to be on number 3. We're all going to be on number 3 right now. We're all on number 3.
All right, y'all ready for my number 3?
Yeah. Hold up, ALW's number 4 was Adam Cole moving to the main roster to be a manager.
Well, that never happened.
It was proposed.
It didn't happen.
And thank God he left, so it got dropped.
But it's not as.
Just go to number 3. Go to number 3.
Okay. Ezekiel.
Bruh.
Really?
That was funny.
It was
mainly because Elias had all those damn pictures.
The funniest part of the Ezekiel shit was Kevin Owens.
I enjoyed the stuff he did with Kevin Owens.
That's what got me, ALW. That's what got me. That's what broke me.
Like, we could at least got to L-Rod. I want to see what L-Rod looked like versus KO.
Nope.
They had a picture of L-Rod.
No.
But only in the face.
No.
Only in the family.
No. God damn it.
For Elias and Kevin Owens, it would have been way worse.
I feel like Josh is in the building right now. This whole Elias is a bum. This vibe right now you giving me.
So moving on.
Wait.
With that, I can't. Number 3 for me, Lacey Evans. Just period.
Did they ever? I mean, I suppose they did drop, but like
they dropped it hard because it was dumb.
Well, no, but like because it was like back and forth, heel face. They couldn't make up their mind. Like,
I'll be Pacific.
Is that a drop if you pick it back up? Is there a 10-second rule? Like, where was the drop at exactly?
The main drop was the lead up to WrestleMania, where she was flirting with Ric Flair and telling him she was pregnant with his baby. That needed to be a hard drop because I don't know who thought that was gonna fly. That was gonna be good.
She never said his baby,
but
she implied it. No, she did. He did when he came out with her. The one of the last 2 times he was like, "Oh, she's having my kid." And Charlotte was looking like this could be a thing.
Like it was in the ring, and Lacey would never get in the ring. And then when she finally got in the ring, she ran off to the ramp and said, "I'm pregnant." And then of course, dumb behind, "My baby." Woo! It was like, oh my god. This is so dumb. This is so dumb.
Are y'all getting an echo from me?
No, we
No,
just
you good.
you were frozen, but you good now.
That's a whole lot of energy coming towards us. It was not a storyline. It has to be on camera, Dad.
Yeah,
But it was
because
proposed. It was proposed.
I was gonna have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens forming a tag team on my list, but it never actually happened.
Why would that be?
No. Because instead we have Sami with the bloodline.
But that would have been either way. It would have been prime.
I think it's happening, but that, like I love that they're actually doing. They're trying to time this well because I don't want them to abruptly do it and break up Sami and the bloodline, but I do think they're going to do it somewhere close to WrestleMania. They're going to try. They're going to see what the temperature is and pick it back up if it's reasonable.
Is this WWE only or
Everything. Oh, my number one is not WWE.
Oh,
my number 3? Wardlow. I'm so glad they took that belt off that motherfucker. I got tired of looking at that bag of flour every week. That nigga bland as shit.
I'm gonna say I'm happy Joe won.
I'm a Joe fan.
Now give me Samoa Joe versus Cleveland Jr.
I would like to see that match.
Scenario,
Yes.
though. If
Yo, where'd she go?
I didn't do it.
Sometimes her
There's my hands. I didn't do it.
What they call him on the last show? Max Caster hit him the blind side. Boy, when they called my boy the blind side, that crushed me. But I laughed so hard.
Look, Wardlow was doing and will continue to do what he was designed to do, which is to get the women demo up. That was what Wardlow was designed to do.
They started talking about him being a sex symbol. I was like, what the fuck?
It could have been worse. Wardlow could be worse. He could be Colton Gunn.
as I was saying,
I like all the guns more than I like Wardlow.
Oh,
okay, maybe a better example would be it could be worse. He
oh God.
Dominic Mysterio.
No, okay, I'll say this.
Girl, wait.
Take me out the game.
Baby, is you here?
I'm coming. You can hear me? All right, there we go. No, I think the whole MJF bouncing because he don't want rookie money no more, even though he on a rookie contract, that really hurt Wardlow. I really want to know if what would have been if MJF didn't pull that stunt, because we were on a good plane.
Everybody was talking about him instead.
But Mr. I want more money, so I'ma not show up. Ugh.
Well, he does kind of need more money to work with Wardlow because he is.
Now,
MJF grandstanded the whole company.
And you signed a rookie contract. Your rookie behind need to show up to these events until it's time to renegotiate.
Well,
but people bad at Malachi Black and Buddy Murphy for not getting out of their contract. So what's the difference? What's the difference though? Tell me what the difference is.
Was Buddy Murphy trying to get on his contract?
Oh, Buddy Murphy and Malachi Black trying to go back to WWE and get out of their contract. What's the difference?
And if I was Malachi Black, I damn sure wouldn't go back to WWE right about now.
Mm-mm.
That's a bad situation.
That promotional video they did for House of Black though looked really good.
It was dope as fuck.
I am glad the 3 months is back. I am glad the 3 months is back.
Did we do everybody's number 3? Because ALW's was Bearcat Keith Lee.
Oh wow.
It was just like the music. The music was what really made it like
the music, the outfit he had on. I think didn't try to put him in some kind of like feathered skirt thing.
Yeah.
I think.
Nah, that was Karrion Kross. They put my boy Keith Lee in a whole onesie.
Vince said he don't want to see no chocolate.
With basketball
They had him
shorts,
dressed like
right?
fucking Otis. Ain't nobody come to see Otis.
I thought that they had him dressed like Angelo Dawkins, just without the headband.
Whatever it was, it wasn't working. It was not working.
Okay, we'll be going. Our number 2, Blue's number 4.
Did I give it number 3?
Huh?
Did you not give a number 3?
I don't remember. Lord have mercy. Okay, if I didn't, I'm gonna say Vince McMahon's. Like it's cheating, but I don't care. Vince McMahon's NXT call-ups, cause like, yep, I'm putting them all together. He like Butch, Bearcat Keith Lee, the Gimp Karrion Kross. What? Like,
remember when they?
Like, who was in the room with you when you was making these decisions about bringing these people up?
Remember when they called up Johnny Gargano like 5 years ago?
I was not there. I didn't see it. Thank God.
We don't remember that. We're not supposed to remember that time.
No. Von Ragnar being the security guard, but it was only a one-time thing. He didn't say anything. It was back in NXT, like it didn't happen.
All right, so my number 2, which I had at number 1, and I was like, no, I'm gonna put something I feel positive talking about as number 1. Number 2, Sammy Guevara as TNT champion.
Good. Cheers to that.
That's my number 1.
And Warlow as TNT champion.
That's my number 1. I am sorry. That's at number 1. That took way too long. Number 1. Number 2, that ruined my boy Scorpio Sky, because him and Ethan Page could have done some damage with the belt, but for some reason you just want everybody to be in this freaking Sammy Guevara whirlpool, and then that led to us watching Sammy and Tay make up like nasty little. It's like that whole thing. That's number 1. That's my number 1. Ugh.
Should have given the belt to Eddie. I told you, Tony, you should have given the belt to Eddie. He should have won it off of Miro, but you didn't do it.
It's so many.
And now what is
And
Miro?
then after that, I said you should have given it to Brian, and you didn't do that either.
And who said Miro should drop it yet? I think Miro was still high enough to keep it for at least a good 2 more months. Or the next pay-per-view. At least that.
I don't think you got anybody disagreeing with that one.
My disagreement was she was number 1. That's my only disagreement.
My number 2, well, ALW's number 2 is the Ric Flair Lacey Evans love affair. My number 2 is like
I forgot about that.
Going back, the Total Divas AJ Lee storyline. I'm very glad that got dropped. I'm very glad that ended, because she was not talented enough to talk all that shit about people who were more talented than her. She could talk shit about Bellas because, ain't worth the hill of beans. But, can't really talk about Natty, and Natty probably could like break you. You shouldn't talk about Naomi when she was easily better than you. Like,
I was very like, take Naomi out of it. I was cool with it. I was like, when that happened, I'm like, why is Naomi in the ring? She can actually wrestle. I just need a black chick to fill out this ring. I don't understand. I was like, why is she in there? Just let her get a sandwich and catering while this is going on.
Preferable to that bullshit. But yeah. Blue, what you got?
Everything having to do with the Fiend losing. The whole Alexa Bliss shit.
Do we
Randy Orton setting him on fire or whoever the fuck it was. I can't even remember anymore. I was so traumatized by it that I blocked it out of my mind.
No match that he lost was good.
Well, the Seth Rollins one minus like the funky feeling of it.
Like
the best one was the triple threat with Roman and Braun. That was the best of all the ones that he lost.
And someone explained to me why we got off of that. I felt like they put the Fiend on Raw without completing that storyline, and that sucked because you had and that's when Alexa Bliss joining the Fiend actually worked because the whole Roman Reigns was on the ramp and she was looking back at him as a representation of the Fiend. I was all in for all of that, but then we got sent to the vortex. It's all of these are vortexes. It's like he got pinned with Randy Orton, and it felt like an eternity of Lord have mercy, let this end. It really
that feud went on for like half a year, yeah.
Was it just half a year?
Like I felt like I don't even know how to even start. The Fiend was trying to get amends to something, and then then Alexa made it about her, and then she she pinned like Randy Orton riding a pony, and then he set Fiend on fire, and then
that still feels like a fever dream. Like sometimes I'm like, did that really happen? Holy fuck!
All of it happened. All of it. It was very traumatizing. All of it happened.
Yeah, I did. The Fiend. Vince trying to handle the Fiend has to be one of the greatest missteps.
It's just like hands off. Hands off. Hands up, don't move. That's all Vince had to do with the Fiend. That's all he had to do with the Fiend.
Let the man tell the story.
Don't get no more simpler than that. Sammy,
no more
my number one? Mm-hmm. All right. Ninja Tozawa.
Oh, wait. So
wait, you got your number two. What's your number two?
My Sammy being TNT champion is my number one. Mm-hmm. My number two is Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Sweet
That's though.
Yeah.
It is. In the name of Jesus, it has dropped. We are not going to see that anymore until it is time for Lesnar to retire, and Roman Reigns is going to beat him, and it's going to be officially over. I say it now. It's over.
According to my clock, we got about another 3 months before that runs.
Yeah.
At the latest.
I have that at the earliest. At my latest is 6. I'd say 3 to 6 months.
Okay. As of 2022, he ain't gonna wrestle Brock Lesnar no more. I am saying it into the unit. Jesus.
Oh, 2022. I'll give you 2022. 2023. Nah. It's definitely happening again in 2023.
Probably
it's over. Honestly, let the tractor thing, the whole disqualification at SummerSlam, that's a perfect way to end it. Him going away with a tractor. They literally burying Brock Lesnar. Come on, Triple H.
You do that.
That's the best way to end this. Let them go. Come on. Don't let me have to see this no more. Please, come on.
You seeing it again?
Yes.
You seeing that by at least mid-year 2023.
Nope. It's over.
But
it's over.
Sammy.
Straight into the future. It's over.
Sammy, yeah. I
wanted to give it to something that made me happy. And seeing OG Tozawa back in his ultimate form.
With the blonde hair. I'm like, what? What is this?
The ultimate form has returned. Let's up and go.
I cannot.
Yes. Take it. Oh,
Maybe
oh,
get ready to start watching WWE because it's gonna run back at least twice
Oh.
next year.
oh, Yeller, this stuff. Have Roman Reigns say, "I'm sorry, I love you," and spear the crap out of this doggone storyline.
Nope, because they like money and she like him back. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
I liked Ninja Tozawa just because he was funny, but it actually got him TV time. That's the only reason I liked it.
24/7 title. He's the one who, well, him and Shane, I don't know who had Omos first, but one of those two motherfuckers brought Omos in.
He had him first, the big tall ninja, and that's why I love the whole Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders. It brought me joy. It was hilarious when they both like, I got him. No, you don't. No, you don't. Come back.
I feel like they only had Omos as the big ninja twice before they were like, you know what? People are getting a little bit too close to saying the word. We don't put him with Shane.
Like that was probably the one rare moments that Triple H was in the room and Vince said ninja. Like yeah, no more. That was too close.
Like Vince, did you say ninja or did you say? You know what? We're just gonna cancel this storyline because Vince, you gonna get got before we need you to get got. So
like too much happened in 2020. We don't need that for us right now. So we just gonna move on. We just gonna move on over here.
But that yeah. My number one is the Okada storyline in TNA, where he was the mask guy.
Which mask guy? Because he played two mask guys.
Oh God, I forgot that.
You forgot about the other one, yeah.
Oh wow.
He did that for like a couple months.
When it's that bad, you forgot that it did it twice.
It was. Cause like you see how good, like how well he's presented now, and just like how amazing he is and everything.
I hate that I can't say the word talking about the character of the mask guy in TNA because of YouTube. But you know who I'm talking about, Anika?
Nope.
All right.
Put it in the private chat or the Discord.
I'm tempted to egg you on to say it, but I won't.
It wasn't Homicide, okay?
That was him?
For like 2 months. For like 2 months.
Well, see,
God!
it's just like by then I just kind of had.
There was like 8 people who played The other
Not
one, you know.
We call him not Homicide. Not Homicide.
Yeah, not Homicide.
You know you're not allowed to say that either.
Yes, you can.
Not Homicide. That sounds reasonable. It was not Homicide.
You're not supposed to say the H word either. You're supposed to say unaliving someone. The one that you're talking about is unaliving themselves. Blue Beat, that is such a good dad moment. Much love to her.
Take care of your baby girl.
Yeah, we can talk about wrestling later.
Right?
See, you'll be making it hard for me to say that you ain't shit sometimes. Very rarely. But that's a good moment. Much love, Blue.
Just be in the chat. That's all. Just be here for us. That's all we need.
I just anything.
Wow,
They literally gave him a stereotype to play. Did they still the movie character?
Drops the coin. Wow. That's crazy.
And they're just he's the New Japan guys that on TV forever because of how they treated him. How do you
Goes to show, not all bad ideas come from WW.
Just most of them, because I had honorable mention of Vince McMahon versus God. Like,
What do you mean? That storyline wasn't dropped; it reached its conclusion.
It really
was Vince
They
got
saw
fired.
it. They saw it out.
No,
He got
God bought out his time. He's like, all right, I see you. 2022. Allegations. You're no longer the.
But they weren't allegations. Oh, they weren't allegations. They paperwork.
But maybe they did drop the storyline. Maybe that car explosion was supposed to be a God storyline. God blew up the limo with Vince in it.
Right at that Vince dying storyline, because every time he seemed to die, somebody in real life died, and I was happy to drop that shit because I'm like,
it really sucks though, because everybody was like, did he really die? And then of course, all of a sudden, someone really died, and then he comes back. Well, hey, we are sorry. This is very unfortunate. Going back to our regularly scheduled program. Bastard son.
We already got your number one, which was Sammy. Just
yeah.
Oh, I don't know if
you gotta love how wrestling can't escape that carny root to it.
Ever. But
can't get rid of it. Nope.
Do we want it? Do we want it to?
No.
Sometimes I wish it did. ALW's number one. The Birchills' incestuous relationship. Paul wanted to F Katie. As a youth, I was like, I feel like I've seen this video before. I don't know if I'm comfortable with my mom seeing this. Her innocent little eyes. Because I was like, is this? Because this was around the same time I was watching Cruel Intentions, so I was like, is this like Cruel Intentions? And they steps. Oh no, they real sick. This just got nasty, and I'm not here for this.
I think even my parents were quick on the draw or quick to close my eyes, because I really don't remember like when they look like going back to the Attitude Era and the not so PG. It was like none of it was PG, but like they even not so PG-13. I'm like, I don't even remember that.
What year was that?
That was after Attitude Era. That was, oh God, hold on.
Because that might have happened during the period where like my family had stopped watching wrestling, and before I decided I'm just gonna watch it by myself.
Like 2004, 2005, they dove real deep into the bump girls wrestling. We just want y'all naked, basically. Era of females on the show.
I watched for that era.
It was basically that. It was a bunch of bikini contests. It was like we don't need to see y'all wrestle. Just go out there and show your behind. That's all we want.
I was probably like 12 years old. Yeah, I was watching that.
It was 2008.
Yep. That sounds about right.
I would have been watching there in that time. I must have mentally blocked it or something.
So it was right before I think his pirate gimmick.
I remember the pirate gimmick, yeah.
Yeah, so it was before that. And he was like, whatever Katie wants, Katie gets. And she would basically pick out the people that she wanted him to beat up for her like affection. And they just okay. You remember the Brady Bunch movie?
Yes.
Where it was Marsha and Greg, and they had
and they're on an island, and there's like a tiki.
Yeah, but you know, like Greg and Marsha have like that weird tension and they kiss and stuff. That's what it gave off. But instead of just kissing, they you know.
It was just so look. Moving on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the time for that.
Man.
But if you watch TNA in like, what was it, 2010, she played a character named Winter, and she did like the lesbian version of the storyline with Angelina Love.
Angelina Love, but like what the
Like,
heck
she'd
is
be
going
like-
on?
She would just walk up to Angelina Love and she'd just be like, it would just be really good if you just, got rid of velvet.
There we go. My
It was,
nice angel.
it was like, what kind of vagina are you out here using?
Weird.
I was like, what?
Great, now I got Cardi B stuck in my head. Shit.
I was like taking notes. I was like, okay, so to use my vagina properly, I should hypnotize people to do the things I want them to do. Okay.
Like, what is going on? Honestly, it was so weird.
Wrestling, man. Wrestling. Anybody else have any top 5, any honorable mentions you want to talk about? Yeah, WWE by and large, because they have been around so long, has the majority of the bad storylines.
Yeah,
Including anything with Sunny during this time. She was with Chris Candido, and they had her messing around with other dudes on camera.
Oh Lord. Okay, so Mark Henry with what's the name? I want to say Moody so bad.
China.
Sexual chocolate.
Yeah, they giving
Mae
birth
Young
to a hand.
and
Mae Young, giving birth to the hand. It's like why is this a thing?
Why can't I get the sound to play through my earbuds instead of through the speaker on my phone?
Because it said it don't want to do that.
I remember a couple years back, somebody sent. There was a meme of a giant hand. And it's like, look at Mark Henry's son now.
Oh no! That was on
Mark Henry's son 15 years later.
There was like the hand came back on like a SmackDown.
Yeah, I know. It
was a dude.
was WrestleMania. The Sami Zayn versus the dude from Jackass. That match.
Was it? No, he had a backstage segment because the hand came and was like, "Dad," and Mark Henry's like, "I don't think you my son." And then Mae Young was like, "Oh, that's my son." And yeah, it was. Let me see if I can find it. Blue, what you got?
What's the question?
What is your number on your number 5 storyline that you got?
My number 5 storyline is Miro versus God. Miro came out of the damn purgatory for like 1 week to challenge the House of Black. And then God said, fuck you, and put him back in purgatory. We ain't heard from him since.
And like, it was good the first 2 times. Then it felt like Miro was needy. It's like, dude, y'all broke up. Let it go. Why is you still like?
It would have worked if Tony Khan put him on TV more.
I hate
even with the Miro versus God stuff. It's like, I'm just glad that they stopped doing the promos because they weren't doing anything with it.
Yeah,
it was looking so good at first. He was in purgatory. He was like, "Yay, I'm about to whoop your ass, God." And then nothing.
Yeah,
nothing. He just disappeared. Came back for the House of Black shit for a couple of weeks, and then got shut down. We have not seen him since.
Miro came in acting brand new, and God didn't like it.
I think it was gonna end or culminate with him versus the House of Black, but then Malachi needed his time off, so that's why it didn't officially end. But I think that's when it was supposed to end.
What I need is for Miro's wife, that beautiful woman, and his homeboy that's doing announcements on TNA to show up. Matt Renwald. And they need to do the Miro Day.
I want it back.
I'm down.
That was like
they were so lit.
CJ booked and busy.
Like, just picture it. Him saying Miro Day with the horns.
Bruh.
Miro Day. Boom, boom. See, now I want it now. Now I want that now.
You want too much. You forget CHK is CHK, and then Brit.
CHK is the man to give us too much.
No,
that's the exact person that can produce it.
CJ Perry in her company. She does not want that.
All he does is too much. That's why we had punk ass CM.
Because
not talking about you, CM. I'm talking about punk ass Phil.
Oh,
that bitch ass nigga.
I'm just saying that Brit has a moratorium on blondes. There's too many blondes already. She doesn't want another one. Why are you guys trying to put another female in her locker room that she cannot bully?
Lana, or whatever her real name is, she is no threat to Britt Baker.
But looking at Britt
She's a threat to Abaddon.
She's gonna think that it's gonna be a threat to her, so she cannot allow her to be in her locker room. So you're not gonna get that. You're just not.
And that's just a disappointment.
And you will deal.
I guess.
All right.
Dealing with Jay Lethal, whack ass. You know, AEW has made me hate Jay Lethal. I love Jay Lethal before he came to AEW. Now, whenever Jay Lethal's on my screen, I go take a piss or grab a beer.
And only about just one move. And a tall Indian dude nobody knew or wanted. That's all you had to do.
It's not even that. I don't even care about that. I'm saying be tall in the background. That's fine. Do what you do. Everything he's done has been so boring.
He's booked like the TNT championship between Scorpio Sky and Sammy Guevara.
He's been the black version of Wardlow since he's been in AEW, and it pisses me off.
That was probably the moment there, CM. I think that was the moment there. Him getting involved in the Sammy Guevara, Scorpio Sky nonsense. I think he took the heat from both of them.
Yeah.
I think it ended up hurting him more than it hurt either of them. He just walked in, stepped into the fire, and got burnt.
When Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky were beating the shit out of what's the name, Darby, and throwing him down the stairs, I was all for that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't need to take Jay Lethal and put him against Darby, even though they have great matches. I'm not gonna lie, the matches be good. I just don't care about them.
Don't be there. I don't care.
They brought in Jeff Jarrett now, and Jeff Jarrett is one of them people that I do not give a single solitary fuck about. Even if I tried my hardest, I do not want to see Jeff Jarrett on my screen. Fuck him and his wife.
JEFF, JARR.
Double fuck him. The F stands for fuck me twice.
You know what, Fragment? That's why you're wrong. That's why you're wrong over there. That's why you're wrong. He stole Kurt Angle's wife, and Kurt Angle ain't doing nothing about it.
My world.
If Kurt Angle lost his wife to Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Angle's better for it.
He did.
He better for it. He good. Kurt Angle has healed. Meanwhile, Jeff over there still doing the same moves he's been doing since 1985, the year before I was born.
I would assume he got remarried.
Oh, he did.
Kurt
he got
did.
kids now. Kurt Angle got 57. Him and Matt Hardy got the same number of kids. At this point, the kids saw themselves in the Texas.
They probably raised themselves.
Speaking of Matt Hardy, one of my all-time favorites, I got an honorable mention for storylines I'm glad they dropped. When Matt was out there with the what's it called, the drone and shit, and popping up all throughout the state.
Well, that's because they killed Vanguard 1.
Full honesty.
Have fans. If we had fans, it would have been better. But they were by themselves.
That shit was trash.
Full honesty, quick Google search. I feel Kurt Angle upgraded.
If you heard,
good job, Kurt.
I will put it like this. Be careful what you wish for, because what you might get might not be what you want, and it might be the intersection of fuck around and find out.
Bruh. That's how I live my life.
Facts.
All I do is fuck around because I'm trying to find out everything.
And he gonna find out all that shit Karen let go and that girl. Any hoodles. Damn. Y'all really don't like Jeff Jarrett. Damn.
Man, look.
Ain't he great?
When I see Jeff Jarrett on my screen, it makes my blood pressure go up.
I wonder why that man how you have control your blood pressure.
Why is this raggedy ass motherfucker this relic from the past? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of Sting on my screen either. The only reason why I have been like supportive of Sting was because it got my ex to watch wrestling, and we spent some quality time together.
Like my Sting. Thing with Sting is they're not using it to Darby's advantage. Like I'm all for Sting and Darby being perfect on pay-per-views, but why is it making Darby like how do you use
Sting is a crutch for Darby right now?
Not to promote Darby Allin.
Darby can handle himself, but he's walking around on that crutch named Sting, and he don't need Sting. Darby could be a superstar by himself.
But like, all I'm saying is, all right, he has a record, right? So when Darby goes into a tournament by himself, why is he losing? Who's making that decision? That's dumb. That's a dumb decision.
It's always CHK.
CHK.
The only thing that could redeem this for me is if all these old niggas, Sting, Jeff Jarrett, Matt Hardy, they all just kind of like grouped up together. Like, what was that TNA group? Main Event Mafia? Yeah, and then they turned on Darby and Jungle Boy. Just I don't care about him either, but we're gonna throw him in there. And who else is down there not really doing shit, but was supposed to be a pillar? Let's say Sammy had a face turn.
No.
Let's say Sammy had a face turn, and it's Jericho.
I'm gonna meet you right there. I'll meet you right there. Because you talking about Sammy having a face turn. The fuck is your problem?
Nah.
Is you fucking crack problem?
Nobody wanted MJF to be a face, but he's naturally over.
He's not a face.
I still don't like MJF. I'm sorry.
Sammy's going to be the one that's going to allow Jericho to become a face again.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Yeah.
It's just such a dick that it works.
The problem with Sammy is, man, everybody thinks of him as a child, but he's a grown-ass man. He's a grown-ass man-child.
You was pushing 30, doing this stupid stuff to grown behind men. Accountability, please.
Sammy Guevara is doing shit at 29 that I was doing at 21.
Sammy Guevara did not.
Except for the wrestling part. I never did that. Except for when I was beating up my little brother.
Sammy's problem, not the good Sammy over here that we have, or the one
that's Sammy Joe Guevara.
Sammy Guevara's problem is he's that ugly dude that got kind of cute, and now girls giving him attention. That's how he is.
He don't know what to do with it. He has no idea what to do with it. I love that analogy.
ALW, I am not putting those comments on the screen. You taking Blue's place and ain't shitness. You taking Blue's place and ain't shitness here.
I took his spot on the screen. I had to come show up because he wasn't here.
That's why I didn't want y'all to put Sting in this situation. Sting is not as bad as
shout out to my boy ALW. I got you.
I'm gonna just put that up there. That's the only thing. That's it.
Like, Sting is definitely not in the category of Ric Flair. Let's cut that right now. Nah. Unlike Ric Flair, he actually
Sting's been bringing it every time he goes out there.
Number one.
First of all, Sting is Ric Flair's young boy.
Sting is like 11 years younger, right?
Yeah, that's his young boy.
So we're gonna move on because this is getting dark.
You know what tripped me out though? On the show the other night, the pay-per-view we was watching the other night, when Jericho kept talking about how Ishii is his young boy, I was like, God damn, hey, Ishii like 50 something.
Chris Jericho is dirt. I mean, Chris Jericho is old.
I know Chris Jericho was old, but so was Ishii and fucking Suzuki. Them niggas, like, come on.
You are
Yeah, I thought
if
they
you're
were the
not
same
problematic,
age.
age better.
Talking about Ishii was carrying my boots. What? I hope Ishii slapped the shit out of
That
him.
does not mean that he was the
I'm
young
gonna shave
one.
my head and be in solidarity with Ishii when he fight Chris Jericho. Like, I want him to slap the shit out of him.
Whew.
We know how
Great
Jericho.
battle.
She's like 3.5 years younger.
Oh,
This is like when Damian Priest was going at it with Edge, and Damian Priest is older than Edge. At least in my book, he is.
he now he don't look.
They both
that
about
old
45.
age.
I remember when he was Punishment Martinez 20 years ago.
Blue,
Yep.
you are approaching
They
age.
didn't know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
No,
Blue, you're
We need to
approaching
move
age.
I came on here for UCM. I love you.
You're
Move
approaching shitness.
moving on.
Survivor Series.
I will not
We
be
got 5
watching
matches.
that.
5. Because they said y'all got fucked up last week, so you're only getting 5 this week. Let's start with, who do y'all have between Rollins, Lashley, and Theory?
Rollins. I appreciate, like, even though I don't agree with it, I appreciate the reset of Theory, but it's too soon. Lashley, I feel like he don't need this. Like, he should move on. Next year, let him
Move
go
on to
against
what?
Roman Reigns real quick.
Next year?
Well,
What
in
is
2 months. A
what's
month.
next? What's next? Like, what is next for
Like-
Bobby Lashley?
Royal Rumble, I guess?
Yeah, definitely.
Let him win this belt, and then let him win the Royal Rumble too. Let him be the Black Rock, since that's what
Oh,
y'all
wow.
want him as anyway.
I was thinking of having a one-on-one match against Roman, but that's what I was
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all something. If y'all had to do a survival series based off of Braun Strowman being a dick on the internet and talking shit about flippy dudes, who would you put on his team and who would you put on the team against him?
Nobody on his team. Young Bucks, Lucha Bros, and Pat.
I'm talking about just WWE.
So still nobody on his team. Ricochet's good. Ricochet can get him. AJ Styles, an old vet that will strike hard and hit fast. Dang it, I want to Daniel Bryan so bad, but he's not very more. Who's over here now? That's still good. You know, Finn Balor can go kick behind too.
I put in Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Because he can't.
Okay, let's start with Braun's team though. Like, give me 4 other people that you would put with Braun.
Nobody likes him. Nobody likes him.
You can put Alpha Academy with him.
Why?
No, I love
Baron Corbin.
You already have the feud with Matt Riddle going on.
Oh,
it's easy booking. It's what WWE would do.
You're actually doing a storyline. We're trying to just want Braun to lose. That's it.
Why would we want Braun as friends? No, he has no friends.
All right, so let me think about this for a minute because I already know who I want on my team against them, led by Mustafa Ali.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? That's really hard because I can Raquel Rodriguez. That's the only person that like it because they fucking.
Yo,
you don't seem too happy to see him, so I don't know if she's really happy.
I know on my team against him, I want Mustafa Ali. I want the Street Profits. I want Ricochet. And I want Baron Corbin. Because Baron Corbin said, say it with your Tesla, nigga. Because he was like, Brian be talking all this shit on the internet, but he don't never back it up. I want Baron Corbin on the face side.
Baron Corbin talks shit, he backs it up.
Exactly.
Right.
I love Baron Corbin. Like that's my dude. I love his whole moveset. I be stealing his moves in 2K all the time.
It's all of what 5? It's easy to steal.
Hey, all of them hit hard.
LA Knight does not
Look
like
at me.
him.
I'm not a little nigga. I hit hard too.
Walter ain't really fucking with him.
Ooh.
You have to
Damian Priest,
pay
Braun Strowman. I guess it'd be Braun Strowman in the Dork Order.
Dang, man. It's like
just for that.
everybody. No.
Just for that. You don't talk about my boys like that.
Let Braun be the Brock Lesnar of what you call it, of the Royal Rumble of 2019.
No.
Let him face everybody by himself and lose. Lose is more operative of the word.
Give me Braun Strowman, Dominic Mysterio, Punishment Martinez, Finn Balor, and throw Rhea Ripley in there. Let her do it.
We like Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley could probably beat up Mustafa Ali for a couple of minutes.
Let him be by himself in his foolishness.
Any noodles, because I still have to work in the morning.
Yeah,
so we have no one King Austin Theory to win this.
Oh, Austin Theory would have been a good shot to put on Braun's team. I didn't even think about that. I never thought about him because he lost his fucking belt to whoever he lost it to, and then lost his Money in the Bank.
He's actually a person who I would have picked too to go with Alpha Academy.
Stanley, you make a lot of sense.
I'll think of it as a storyline.
We have why is this okay? That makes absolutely no sense at all. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Who do y'all have?
AJ needs to win this. AJ needs to think about it. AJ has been theoretically going against the Judgment Day since WrestleMania, and he has not won a match. He needs to win a match. This is the match AJ should win. AJ for the win. Finally, dad.
Or maybe all this time the Good Brothers weren't actually signed and they're just here for a short time, and this is leading to AJ losing and then finally submitting and joining Judgment Day.
No!
Boom, swerved y'all.
No, we finally have Mia up there.
Carl Anderson back in New Japan.
That's not going to happen, but I like it.
I like the chaos of that.
I love the chaos.
I feel like Finn is going to win. I don't think AJ wins. I don't really see an AJ win in this.
Well, like people are downplaying this. This is actually the rematch of their bomb Survivor Series match. That was a very, very spontaneous 2017, right? So who won that one in 2017? It was AJ or was it Finn?
Girl, you asking too much right now.
I think it was AJ.
It's almost midnight. I don't remember shit.
I'm sorry. You see how low my eyes are? I ain't even smoked today.
All right. So
don't worry, I did for you, Blue.
I appreciate it, homie.
Still AJ though. Still AJ.
Okay. So everybody. Okay, so we
I'm
got
putting money on AJ every time because in my past WWE mind, AJ Styles is like the Charlotte Flair of young niggas. I mean, not young niggas, but short niggas. Like, you don't bet against AJ Styles. You don't bet against Charlotte Flair. You don't bet against certain people. And AJ used to win all the time, but he getting old. He losing a lot lately.
I'm going with.
But also, his opponent's like what, 2 years younger than him?
Yeah.
But Finn
looks like he's like 5, 6, 7 years younger than him. They about the same age.
That's crazy though.
Finn looks much younger than him. I'm gonna just say it like that.
With unnecessary extra stupid abs on his dongle stomach.
Man, I'm trying to get like that. Like,
it's unnecessary though. Why you have 2 extra ones down here? It's unnecessary.
They was gonna be over here, but like he had to put them there.
Look, we cheer for Fergal over here. All right. Ronda Rousey versus Shotzi. Anybody think Shotzi might have a chance in hell. No chance. Okay.
You know
Unfortunately.
who's going to be the winner
I
of that
mean,
match?
I
Go ahead, Chris.
suppose if it's a thing of like Shayna causes Ronda to lose and then demands that Shotzi gives her a shot because she wouldn't have won the title if it wasn't because of her. But
Shayna,
like, I don't want that story, so please no. Let's just let Ronda win.
The
Shayna's
winner of this match is going to be anybody who goes to the concession stand or the bathroom and beats the Rush.
Like they haven't probably. I love Shotzi, but this is not the way for y'all to build her up. This was it felt abrupt, and her win last week was weak. It's just moving on.
okay. The Brawling Brutes and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline.
I just wanted to leave that up there.
All have abs. It's just some abs are visible. We out there more than others.
Some have a protective coating.
Right?
Some are preferred in the winter.
I love my little fluffy.
So, I think that it is going to be the Bloodline winning.
I know it's going to be the Bloodline. They're not going to lose to those bums.
But this could also be a great chance for a loss from Roman to galvanize the Bloodline to do more. And then we get all new shit.
Kevin Owens gets a visible pin. Kevin Owens gets a visible pin.
Yes. This whole thing is just a setup to spin off into Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn rivalry bullshit thing that we've seen 1,000 times, but now it's got a larger stage.
Would you rather see Brock versus Roman again?
No.
You know what? You're right.
Oh, wait. Is there going to be a ref inside or outside?
It is a War Games match.
So inside. Now Blood and Guts, War Games.
All right, so the ref can be taken out.
Yes. Well,
yeah. I'm going to go with what I said, that Kevin Owens gets a visible pin, where the crowd's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But I would think there'd be like one ref, like it wouldn't be just one ref inside the ring. I would think there's one outside, or maybe that's just me.
I think there is usually.
Logical.
So y'all think like maybe this is going to be Kevin Owens coming out of this and challenging Roman, and then Sami Zayn is going to be trying to talk him down and blah blah blah.
If it was me, I would start that right after this War Games match. Now, and I think to do that, I think the Brawling Brutes and Shane and the other people have to win this, I think.
Well, what I was going to have is that the Bloodline wins, but that Kevin Owens has that moment where he's pinning Roman and the crowd's counting and counting, but the ref ain't there to count it. And that's going to be Kevin Owens' excuse of, I had you dead to rights there.
That actually could work. I wouldn't mind that.
But I think what's probably going to happen is that attempt is broken up by Sammy, and Sammy wins by pinning Kevin.
I can see that happening.
I always bet on Joe, so I'm gonna go with the Bloodline.
All right. Last but not least, who do you all have for joining Team Belair? For the
rumors are coming out that it's Becky, but I want it to be Sasha. I know she's living her best life, and I don't want to take her away from that. I don't. But I miss
Sasha
you, sis. Come
back. Have they not announced the women's team?
The faces
come back, sis.
I haven't been paying attention to the show, so like, who's on the women's teams?
It is Bianca with Asuka, Mia Yim and Alexa Bliss and TBA versus
Oh, so they got 2 spots open.
no, they
No,
got
only
one.
one.
Oh, so it's not 5 people?
No,
Mhm.
it's
It's for
Oh,
it's
I thought it
five?
was 5.
Yo, it's
Um,
five. It's five
Five.
and five. The other people, the other team is already set, and we're gonna find out who Bianca's 5th member on SmackDown.
for
I must
the
miss
heels,
one.
we have Damage Control, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley.
Shit.
I only heard 3 names for Bianca. Bianca.
Damage Control
Bianca,
has
Asuka, Mia Yim, Alexa Bliss.
Okay, I miss me and you. I was thinking they got 2 spots open. Perfect time for Sasha and Naomi to come back. But
If
why?
it only one spot, and
I don't think it's
as
going to be
awesome
Becky.
as it'd be,
It's not going to be Becky. It's not going to be Sasha.
I wouldn't
I'm
mind
gonna-
Beth Phoenix. I wouldn't mind that because it would be like Beth Phoenix getting revenge on Rhea. I wouldn't mind that if they could like the whole one spot, like you said. If it was 2 spots, definitely Sasha and Naomi, but it's only 1 spot, so that's why I'm like, it shouldn't be Sasha.
it's going to be Trish Stratus. Let me right now.
that's what you read my mind, Blue. I
Really?
didn't want to say it, but that's what I was thinking. Yeah, because they had that
Why?
moment with Damage Control against Trish before.
It wasn't
And they
a
haven't paid
big
it
of a
off.
moment
You
though.
You're right.
They had that moment and they haven't paid it off, and Triple H seems to be the type that pays off moments that he builds.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a moment. I don't think so.
Well, we'll see. Which team do y'all have winning?
I think like it's crazy because after this, we're really on the road to WrestleMania. Like after this is Royal Rumble. Then all storylines seem to be set up for WrestleMania.
Yeah. So either team winning makes sense.
I think the Hill team, the Hill team. Because I'm all for Rhea versus Bianca at WrestleMania. I want that for WrestleMania. I'm all for that match.
I think the Hills are gonna win. I think Alexa is gonna turn.
Yep.
But she's over it.
Yep.
But yeah, I definitely see the Heels winning.
Is there anyone they can bring back that they haven't already?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm interested in no.
They could move Jenny up, but she's not like a face. She's naturally a heel.
Who's Jenny?
She was in NXT UK.
Okay.
Oh. Speaking of NXT UK, there is a person who I could see being moved up.
Oh, what?
They have like the greatest women's wrestler in the world just sitting in NXT UK that's not being used right now.
Miko Satomura?
Mm-hmm.
But she's a heel.
And no one knows. And no
but
one
they
knows
don't know her,
for
so
her
they
to
could
be
theoretically present her as a face. That
like,
would be cool. If you pause, don't say people don't know who she is.
I'm sorry for that. Like I'm thinking about her. This needs to be a huge pop. Hey, boo boo. I would dread her coming on as the 5th member and there's crickets. I don't want that for her. So don't put that in her. Don't put her in that position.
Well, these crowds lately, they're all kind of been, deal.
I've had a comedian saying that, like, these are the jokes, people. These are the jokes. We all wanted this. Y'all are not like y'all are making this new era hard for us to do.
These crowds have been. I miss the pandemic crowd.
They've been straight booty a couple of times.
I miss when the wrestlers were in the crowd in AEW and they were taking bets. Oh, shit. That's what I miss. All right, so go ahead and wrap us up.
Do we have a clown of the week?
We do. Or to be more specific, it is a group of people for Clown of the Week. It's the folks that engage in tribalism. It's the folks who engage in tribalism. Every time I hop into some of these wrestling groups, I see grown ass men slaughtering other grown ass men's knobs, talking about AEW is the best, WWE is the best, all this stuff. Y'all are not the wrestlers. Getting upset that the Young Bucks are having a Young Bucks type match with Death Triangle and doing stereo kip-ups and doing stereo kicks. Get over it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. But don't clip it and be like, this is what's wrong with wrestling to do. It makes no sense. Don't be an AEW mark and talk pure trash about Bianca Belair and how she's a knockoff Jade and how she looks like this and that. It's not funny. Why are you comparing two women who are doing their thing and who are not even at the peak of their greatness? Tribalism makes no sense when you don't benefit from it. All you're doing is putting money in other people's pockets and then getting on the internet and bragging about, oh, this person is the best, that person is the best. For what? They're not the best. You are not going to be a millionaire worrying about people who get paid to do something that they love. Go out and do what you love and touch some grass like that. Actually, no, let me take that. Because what some of you people would love to do would be a crime. So go out, and if what you want to do is a crime, go get a pocket vagina or a fake booty or something and have at it. Because you need to go do something to release all those demons in you and go touch some motherfucking grass, because you people are fucking insane. If I see one more person, oh, AEW sucks because all they do is flippy doo-dah. People like flippy doo-dah. It's evidenced by the money they make. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. I don't think weed will help. And yes, because that's the only one they can pay for. Even a prostitute has standards. And she or he or they deserve them. Now,
I'm only hiring prostitutes to talk to me like CM does.
Just
I don't know how I should take this. I'm gonna just let that be. As a reminder, we will not be live on Friday for a Rampage watch along. Rampage
I'll be live.
at 4
I ain't got shit to do.
p.m.
I'll be live. I ain't got shit to do.
If you pop up to do a stream on this channel, I swear to all that it's
I'll do it on my goddamn self.
Give it 10 minutes before you start cussing. We do want to get monetized.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. See, this one don't come on because I can't control myself, especially when I've been drinking.
This is why I let you. I let
This is why I be in the chat, like straight up. Like I don't want to fuck it up for you. I used to be a line cook for a long time, so all I know how to do is cuss like a sailor and talk shit. It's terms of endearment. When I talk shit about somebody, it comes from the heart because I love it.
And if you don't, you wouldn't say shit to them or about them. So we're not gonna be live on Friday at 4 because we have lives and Survivor Series. There may or may not be a stream. Pay attention to our socials to find out. Anyone have anything else?
man.
Push the butcher.
After the first 10 minutes.
I want to make one thing clear. I'm the one who started the push the butcher thing. Like that was me. While everybody else taking credit for it, that was me. Nobody wanted to push the butcher until I wanted to push the goddamn butcher. All right.
I said push the bunny. So.
Push her too. Shit, she's great. I wish she could stay healthy.
Yeah.
I bet if she could wrestle more, she would stay healthy. But we didn't have all these problems in TNA. Anybody else? Hashtag push the bush sugar. Hashtag push the bunny. Hashtag Braun Strowman ain't shit and will never be shit. He's worse than ain't shit. He's on the level of Jeff Jarrett in those stupid red pants.
See, now what?
That's a long hashtag. Shit. I'm not gonna remember that last one.
Fuck
You
Braun
said fuck Jeff Jarrett, but like, what?
Let
That
me
was a good promo though.
shit.
That was a good
He
promo.
ain't
He
shit.
said.
I like to
Okay,
play around with
thank
Jeff
you.
Jarrett. But
You
he
just
ain't
like a theme
And go touch grass with fire.
or smoke it with
That's
fire.
what I mean.
But that's it, and that's
Touch it
all.
with the fire and breathe it in.
That is it, and that's all. We cannot talk about things that are still federally banned, guys. All right.
Bye.
Our socials, follow us so that we can catch you up. Until next time. Peace out.
Peace.